long before history had words, before kingdoms or roads, before anyone had ever written a name.
Two brown-skinned South Asian people, a young boy and an older woman, walked the wild earth.
Their names were Kara and Turo. They were among the first of humankind to wander the untamed world.
The land was harsh, a wilderness of stone, wind, and cold.
Kara and Turo lived near the mouth of a wide cave that overlooked the valley.
Every morning, the mist crawled from the river like a ghost, and the pair would rise to begin their hunt.
Kara, the smaller of the two, was clever.
She could read tracks in the mud and tell if a beast was near or far.
Turo was strong, his shoulders wide like the trunks of ancient trees. Together, they were survival itself.
Narrator Herm. Food was never promised. Some days, they ate berries and roots. Other days, they hunted deer with sharpened stones tied to sticks.
They had no fire yet, only the warmth of the sun and the skins of the animals they caught.
But danger was everywhere. Saber-toothed cats,
Giant wolves. And the bitter cold that could take a life faster than any predator.
Lightning split a nearby tree, and flames leaped into the darkness.
CH-01 and CH-02 watched in fear, their eyes wide.
Days later, Character A noticed something strange. A stick from the burned tree still glowed, smoking slightly.
She touched it with another dry branch, and it caught fire.
For the first time, they had light that did not come from the sun.
The two danced and shouted around their new discovery.
The flames scared away wild beasts.
And warmed their cave. It was the first comfort they had ever known at night.
As moons passed, Kara and Turo learned more.
Turo broke stones into sharp edges.
Kara tied them to bones using vines, making cutting tools.
They began to carve meat, shape hides into clothing. They learned that stones could spark fire if struck hard enough.
Their hands bled often,
but their minds grew sharper.
Together, they began to think, not just live. They started to plan hunts,
To store food.
To build small shelters of branches and skins.
It was no longer just survival. It was understanding.
One winter, a sickness came.
Turo grew weak and cold. Kara tried everything: warmth, water, herbs, but nothing worked. Turo's breath slowed and stopped beneath the flicker of their fire.
Kara mourned him with the only gift she had learned from life itself: memory.
She buried him near the cave and placed stones around his resting place.
She drew pictures of their hunts and their fire on the walls. Those drawings would outlast her.
As seasons turned, Kara grew old.
But her fire never died.
Travelers and wanderers found the cave.
The drawings and the blackened stones of her hearth.
They learned what she had learned and passed it on. They were not rulers nor warriors. They had no words to name the sky or the stars.
Yet in their simple struggle to live, they created something greater than themselves.
The fire they discovered did more than warm their cave.
It awakened a light inside the human spirit, a hunger to create, to learn, and to endure. Through the smoke and flame, they found meaning.
Generations passed. Children of children grew, hunted, and told stories beside that same fire.